Hey, Mark here. So, it's the day of the early screening of Alice in Wonderland, and a competition winner has been announced. We've already told her. I really want to do that thing, on TV shows where they go into the house and then it's really obvious that they've already been told because the camera's already in the house and they open the door and then you see the presenter. So. If I did that, that'd be really weird. So, I've been told it's gonna be really good. We'll do a review of it afterwards, but yeah. We're in the cinema. Well, we're not in the cinema at the moment. We're in the Costa, which for some reason I'm pretty sure they have some kind of deal with an Odeon because there always seems to be a Costa in the little just before bit of the Odeon. So maybe. But anyway, a popcorn, not one single popcorn, but a bucket or whatever you call it of popcorn. And a drink is £5, over £5. Okay, piracy isn't ruining the film industry. Stupidly expensive popcorn prices are ruining the film industry. Why is it so much? Just why? Why do they feel the need to do it? I mean, people must be paying it, seeing as it's still going on. It's been happening for years. A bottle of water is about £2. Just a regular bottle of water, about £2.50 maybe. It's I wouldn't pay that for the Queen's spit.
What are you gonna do with that?
You just keep it as the elixir of wealth and to rule the Commonwealth. It'd just be to rule the waves. You'd need a bottle of the Queen's spit, but I wouldn't pay any price for that. Well, actually, no, I might pay £2.50 for that, but not a bottle of water. That I can assure you. Okay, so we've just finished watching. Well, we came home, so yeah, we just finished watching Alice Through the Looking Glass, and okay, we have both very differing opinions on it. I mean, first off, I don't think anybody's gonna win any Academy Awards or best actors or actresses, apart from Johnny Depp, because there's nothing that man can do that is wrong. But
kidding me, it was brilliant.
No, I mean in terms of the acting first.
They were good.
I'm just saying that no one's winning any awards.
Well, I disagree.
With who then?
I still think that there's people in there who would.
It's
amazing. What's Sacha Baron Cohen?
He wasn't that good.
He was good.
He wasn't.
He was.
He's funny, but he wasn't we're talking about best actors and actresses of the year.
Okay.
We're tackling that one. Hey, the 3D was great. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and the imagery was great.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic cinematic experience.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's completely. It was really good. You really got the sense of being in a wonderland, or yeah, that's the kind of mystery, magical fantasy thing that they were going for. That came across really, really well. The thing that I mainly had problem with was the fact that I think it was way too slow at getting started.
I mean, maybe it started with her on a ship and coming home and going to the ex-fiance's house, and yeah, but as soon as she went to Wonderland, then it kicked off.
It did, because, okay, first, yeah.
It did.
We actually saw the Mad Hatter and he was dying and all that, it was good that we saw Johnny Depp really, really, pretty much in the first, 20 minutes. But then, how long was she in, the thingy of time? How long was that scene, 20 minutes?
No, I don't even think it was.
It was. Maybe it just felt like that because it was just so slow and nothing really was happening for that entire scene. It just went on for far too long.
No, a lot did happen in the scene.
What significantly happened in that scene? She went back in time, they had a bit of an argument.
Well, no, because it was introducing the time.
It didn't need to be that long.
Okay.
That's what we're getting to. Yeah, we needed that, but it was just way too long, which I just felt considering it's a 2-hour film, it didn't need to be a 2-hour film. There was bits which, and then she went back in time. It was a bit cliche, but I don't know. It might have been that way in the book, and they were maybe trying to follow that. But okay, what about the bits with there's no spoilers in this. I'm not going to give away the ending. The bit of the crusts. If you've seen the film, you'll know what we mean. The bit of the tarts and the crust and the Queen of Hearts as a little girl. She's she says it was her sister and her sister said that she called her a liar and all that. Why did they play that scene twice?
Because they went back in time. So Alice went back in time, she saw it.
Yes.
Then the Queen went back in time. Both the Queens went back in time and saw it as well.
But you didn't. I just don't think they needed to play that entire scene again.
They didn't play the entire scene.
They did play the entire scene.
They didn't. They played a small bit.
It was not a small bit.
It was.
It was the majority of the scene.
Anyway, so the film was really good. Anyway, I think the cinematic experience was brilliant. It was just a really good story. I thought it was fast paced. I thought it was action packed, but it wasn't scary. Like the first one scared me a little bit, like in a sort of way that I didn't enjoy it because I didn't go to it to watch a horror film. But this time I wasn't so scared about it. I thought it was really interesting, and I love, like, my favourite character out of all the Alice in Wonderland is the Cheshire Cat, like hands down the best character. And again, he's absolutely amazing in this one. Just his weirdness, his like ability to go invisible. I mean, he's not as good as he was in the first one. In the first one, Cheshire Cat was just insanely good, but he's still really good. Like, I really do enjoy him.
Yeah, can we both agree that this is 10 times better than the first one?
It was so much better than the first one.
Because the only going back to that time travel, if I could time travel, I would tell myself not to watch the first one because I thought it was that terrible.
So, you know, I still like the first one, but I like this one so much better.
Okay, at least you agree with that. This one is a lot better. If you were a fan of the first one, then you will love this. You will really, really like this second one. So, yeah.
There was so much about it as well, because
there was a lot did happen. I just feel like there was too slow in bits and too like fast in other bits.
You know what I really like though? I think Alice has progressed so far. Like, she's gone from being like, she was always like a strong character, but she was very needy in the first one. She asked a lot of questions. Like, she didn't lead. But in this one, she was the leader. She led the entire thing. She didn't have anyone showing her what she was doing. It was all her. She didn't have anyone kind of leading her into different things.
In the forefront.
She was in the forefront. She led everything. She did everything. It was brilliant.
Okay, but a bit I don't get. Why did they have that one little scene where, like, halfway through the film, like, she was just like back in the real world? And she's like supposed to be like a mental institution or something like that.
She was cornered. She was really cornered in there. Time was cornered. He was going to take the chronosphere. He was going to leave her there back in time. She saw the window. She jumped through. She saw the looking glass. She jumped through the looking glass with the chronosphere, and then it kind of blacked out, and you didn't see. And I thought that was weird because she woke up in the mental institution. She didn't know what was going on. Didn't know how she got there. I don't know why she would have felt for that. And then she also, it was so short, that bit.
That's the bit that was the only part of the film which I wanted there to be a lot more of like exploration. But then again, Disney, they didn't want to go down that whole road of being too dark. As you said, the first one was too dark. Maybe they didn't want to go down this road of like her being crazy or something like that.
Yeah. No, that was definitely it. I think it was supposed to show. I think it was just literally that to show how like vindictive Hamish is. Because Hamish is so vindictive towards Alice right through this film. And okay, yeah, she humiliated him in the first film. Like, we know that. We know that was like something that she did do. But there was no need for him to get her section. There was no need for him to be trying to torture her in a mental institution. And he was there, like, monitoring her as well when he was there. So it was just all about, like, the type of character that he was.
Yeah.
But and it was also a way to bring her parents back into it part way through. Like, her mum was back in it. The real world characters were back in it.
I still think it was like, it just didn't, I just felt it didn't go, that bit didn't go on for long enough.
Yeah, I agree.
The time sequence went on for too long, this bit didn't go on for long enough.
What it was is it just felt so pointless, because it just felt like she'd gone in, she'd done this thing, and it lasted for maybe 5 minutes of the film.
I don't even think
that. I think it was less than that.
She broke out, she got on the horsey, then she went straight back, and then back in Wonderland, or through the looking glass, and then,
like, I definitely, it didn't seem quite right, and then, but yeah, and then she'd, like, worked it all out anyway, and she kind of found the Hatter, and it was really nice, and there was a lot of things. I mean, it did seem like it felt really quick, the film, like, it was over 2 hours long? Nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, if it was...
Just under 2 hours.
Just under 2 hours.
And it just worked really well. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. And I think it was a
I
really
did
good
enjoy it a
film.
lot more than the first time, I will admit. The only problem I had is like those things that we've outlined already, but like I just felt it got way too long. But I think like, for me, the story started when she went back in time, really. Like the main bulk of the action, and that took about 25, 30 minutes to get into.
Okay, I'll give you that. Like, the first bit was boring. Like, but most films are really boring in the first half an hour. Like, yeah. Like, I always think that. I mean,
well,
look at Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. How long does that one take to get started?
okay, that's not good comparing this and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, but just think about it.
I know what you're getting
It's
to.
a really good film.
It always does need to like build up, but I just felt like it. I don't know. It should have been a bit more quick paced at the beginning. So that's the bit I was really. As soon as they said, "Oh, like you can go back in time," I was like, "Oh yeah, like Doctor Who kind of like like going back in time." Really like just find him quickly, have a bit of a discussion about it, and then go straight off. But no, it just took so long.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I do get what you mean, but like, I do think the whole build up to him, of his character, because it was like we didn't know if he was a good guy, bad. We didn't know what he was, but
That didn't explain to me whether he's a good guy or bad guy or what either.
that's what I mean. Like, we didn't know, and it was like trying to build up and trying to like create this mysteriousness about the character, which worked really well because, I mean, it was right at the end where he goes, "Time's no man's friend."
Yeah.
And like, I thought it was so much clever things like using all the time stuff, and it was just so cleverly written. And
Bits
a lot
were clever.
to do
It could just be a bit more fast paced.
It could have been more fast paced, but at the same time, I didn't feel bored, apart from possibly before she got to Wonderland. But then, as soon as that started, like, everything started just moving so fast and trying to work out, trying to change the past, trying to stop the Queen of Hearts from becoming evil, trying to stop, like, all of that from having interest from him.
That again was a bit cliche. We've seen that so many times before. Like going back and it's the sister, kind of like Wicked.
Yeah.
It's the that sibling which turned them evil, like, and it's not all, again, but then again, it's trying to follow the book. I've not read the book, so maybe.
Yeah.
But either way, hey, so I think we're gonna sum this up. Comment below, like, what did you think? Like, I'm guessing you haven't like seen it yet, seeing as we've seen like an early viewing. But if you have seen it whilst you're watching this, like now, what do you think? What's your comments? Like, do you agree? Who do you agree with, me or Laura, or do you have your own opinion? Remember to subscribe for more of these reviews, reactions, all things Disney and Orlando. Remember to like this video, share around, and we're gonna sign off. Bye, 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 bye.